I just heard the Austrian cherry also is signed, can be legally into China, hopefully this year. And in most Chinese people's idea, the Australian New Zealand fruits are very clean and green, is a higher safety, because it's people come to Australia and New Zealand more and more, immigration more and more, so they all know Australia and New Zealand are fairly good environment. Just an example, we work with Zespri Kiwi from 2005, and our sales grow from 0 to 1 million boxes a year now. So in the last 5 years, the growing is very fast. Every year is more than 30 to 50% growing. And the Zespri people told us that they expect China to be the biggest market in the future for them. At the moment, I think the biggest for Zespri Kiwi is Japan, the best market, and then Europe, then America, and then maybe come to China. But in the future, definitely is China will be the biggest. So it's very important to invest in the marketing works. That's what Zespri every year invest more than 20 million RMB to do all the promotions in Shenzhen, in Guangzhou, Shanghai, Beijing, and they are planning to expand to more cities. How should new suppliers open doors to new business? And to get the context is easy. I think like this kind of trade show, Congress, H-Flu Congress, and you can get the information of the importer from the internet, from the Australian New Zealand Embassy in China. So various ways, it's easy. And I suggest to deal with good importer, wholesaler for the China wholesale market. And you must have the right people to deal with, otherwise you're gonna have big lessons. And of course, more important is to have good partner to work with retailers. For the wholesale market, is very, very, very important to know exactly what China market requires and only supply that specification. I think many people had a big lessons for that, me too. This year, still we see a lot of crimson grapes in the Guangzhou wholesale market is sold only around 200 RMB, even 190 RMB, which means less than 18, 20 Australian dollar return. So who's gonna lose the money, the importer or the exporter or the grower, right? So the reason is nothing wrong with the fruits. Looks like the come to China, we open, the cargo is okay, it's fresh, berries are firm, eating quality good, the stem okay, everything looks okay. But then the wholesale market just cannot pay the price. The reason is the China wholesale market, they requested the crimson from Australia is not a perfect, but close to that. We like a pink color. We like a very good bloom on the skin, must be very good bloom. If we're opening and there's no bloom, that means you get 200 RMB only, right? And the opening presentation must be looks full, not packed up and down, and then no stem end should be show up the top of the level. So things like that is the quality specification for the China wholesale market is critical. Is critical, right? So, but if you don't pack to that standard, then you're gonna lose a fortune. Yeah, and many cases, many claim cases happen like that, where when people here send some photos to China offer, and then China side just place the order according to the photos, and then the cargo come to the market and opening is not the specification we want, and then becomes the argue, dispute, problem. Yeah. So it's very important to you must understand very well the market need, and you only supply that. To the retailers, to the supermarket side is not so strict. but as we know, the Australian grapes to China, the cost is high. Is usually is over 280 RMB landed in China. So in the meantime, we have the grapes from South Africa, from Chile, which is much less price. So the retailers majority of them, they are interested to take the cheaper price with lower quality is okay. But thing is, from here, if the lower quality means, if say like $28 sent from Hong Kong, still will be over 230 RMB per case landed to China. So it's still difficult for the retailers to move. As I said, the biggest and the most important channel in the future is a supermarket business, right? So it will be good to do direct to the supermarket to get that end, because from there you can do a lot of works like promotions and to educating consumers to build up your brand, and your fruits can reach the final consumers, which is the most important. Only when the final consumers they keep coming back to buy your fruit, means you are successful in the market, right? But in China today, it still is difficult for if you want to work directly with the supermarket in China, it's still very difficult. They have many issues and the barriers to settle. First, like the tax system is different. The retailers, they will need a tax invoice from you, and that tax invoice only issued from government. And you must open a company, must be registered as a VAT invoice qualification. So every month, to do that every month, your company must be audited by the tax bureau. So it's quite complex. Second is to deal directly with supermarket, you have lots of uncertainties. We all know the supermarket, the buyers, they want all the best, and all the worst thing is your problem, right? So when your fruits can't go to China, and if the specification is not right, or maybe the market is no good, and the buyers will find a lot of reason to reject, and then you're in trouble. And also another thing is if you only supply one item to China, and there will be a lot of easy things China local suppliers can do to kill you. Okay. Third, important to know people in government. I think this is 100% no question. The relationship with China government people is very, very important. If the Australian government people have a very good relationship with the China side, I think the process of the market access can be much shorter. Like the grapes, they spend over 6 years, but if you have a good relationship, maybe it can be done in 3 years or less, right? So the relationship is a significant important in China, especially Chinese culture. The relationship means a lot. And also you need that to make new protocols, to lower the tariffs, to smooth clearance of your cargo, everything. So it's essential, important. And the New Zealand Australian tariffs, as I just said before, need to be lowered. We paid a lot of extra cost to import the first container grape into China. We paid totally over 45,000 RMB extra compared to the Great Channel. So it means if we keep doing this way, we're gonna losing a lot of money, and this is not a workable way. The reason is the Chilean grape, they have only a 5.5% tariff, while the Australian grapes, the China charge 13%. And another thing is the minimum price of the custom for Australian grape. What they learn from like internet, they see what's happening in the Sydney market, Brisbane market, Melbourne market, and they get the price as like $30 a box, right? So they just set the $30 box, and then come out together with that $30 box with 13%. So the cost for one container finally we bring is we paid about 128,000 RMB, while from Hong Kong, it just cost 95,000. And then in this side, in the grower side, they have to do extra work. They need another $2 extra to do the process for China. So like this way, it means not workable to continue. So we have to find a solution to lower the tariff, to lower the custom price. For the cities, regions to start trading, to do more business in China, I think it's very simple. The biggest cities, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, are the most important to work with. And then like Nanjing, Hangzhou, Shenyang, all the capital cities in China of each province are important. And in the eastern China coast side are more rich, economy much better than inland, the western side. Okay, and as everybody see, we have covered most of the important cities areas. The Chinese consumers, I think is more or less similar everywhere. The Chinese consumers are all also sensitive to price, but they are also sensitive to taste, quality, packaging, nice looking. So people come back to buy not just because the price is low, also because of the taste is really good and they like it. And the overseas fruits, like from especially Australia and New Zealand, are considered as better fruits in all aspects. Especially with the Zespri Kiwi marketing job, people know the New Zealand is so nice, or the environment is so nice, the growing, the orchard, the maintenance, everything, traceability, safety. So in Chinese consumers' eyes, the import fruits, especially from New Zealand, Australia, are very good, and they are ready to pay high price, but they request perfect fruits. And the last I want to strengthen is the brand building is very important. Especially for high price products, is more important to do more marketing job. If we just depend on the natural trading happening, I think to grow the market is very slowly. Country of origin, of course, is very, very important as well. Before, we can't do any like Australian fruits promotion in the supermarket because it's officially not allowed, right? And even sometimes the retailer, supermarket, they get trouble when some people they claim to the government to say, hi, why this grape from Australia is selling in the supermarket? Why by law it is not allowed? So without that, without the protocol done, without the market access, we cannot do anything on the marketing job in the biggest sales channel, the retails. And consumers now are more aware of the food safety and the traceability. We all know China has a lot of problems on the food safety, like the milk problem, and recently also the media reported that so many items is not safe. So people are really care about health. Here's a list of the strong brands in China, like Zespri, like the South African Outspan. This Chinese word Zhen is the Thailand durian, Sunkist, Atacama fruit from Chile. So these are in the China, in the wholesale market and the supermarket are quite strong brands. And we are working with a lot of fruit commission, fruit association, embassy. Just 1 month ago, we worked with Austrade office in Guangzhou. We put together an Australian food festival with Jasco supermarket in Guangdong province. Here's some pictures of the promotions we do. It's the Australian food festival. This is the first time, the very first time of Australian food festival or fruit festival in China. So this is a very good start. I think we need to do more and more in the future to promote Australian fruits and New Zealand fruits like this. And the grapes, the fruits grapes, they got the #1 sales in the promotion.